You can be great at consulting and still feel like your consulting business is going nowhere. You stay reactive and growth never really builds. You were told to focus on content, niche, and brand to get clients, and you do it. But the problem usually isn't how many clients you get, it's who you get. After nearly 20 years in consulting and working with thousands of clients, I realized most consultants aren't stuck because they lack advice. They're stuck because they apply the right advice in the wrong order. In this video, I'll show you 3 things to fix first so you can win the clients who take action, get results, and help your consulting business get in the right gear so it can grow over time while freeing more of your time. Everyone tells you the same thing when you start a consulting business. Start with you. Go with what you know, your passion. Build around your strengths. And that sounds right until you're sitting across from your 6th client in a coffee shop, running on empty, watching them nod at everything you say, and do absolutely nothing with it. That was me. Hundreds of clients, giving good advice every single session, getting home exhausted, not earning enough, and feeling like I'm basically grinding water. When I finally looked at the numbers, out of hundreds of clients, I could count the real breakthroughs on 2 hands. Same knowledge, same effort, almost no results, and it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I knew plenty and I had the proof to show it. It was because I was helping the wrong people. So the right question to ask first isn't what do you know, it's who needs this most right now and who already believes they can get to the other side. And if you want a quick check, ask yourself who would pay 3 times your current rate without blinking. You'll probably land on the same person. So start there, not with yourself. Think of it this way, starting with what you know is like taking a side road and hoping it leads somewhere. Starting with who needs you most and is willing to pay premium prices to get you to help them implement what you already got, that's the highway, smoother, faster, and a lot fewer flat tires. I remember sitting with a client somewhere in the middle of a process that had no clear end. Results weren't coming, the energy was dropping. She wanted to stop, but didn't know how to say it. We were jumping from one thing to the next and back to the first one. Every session would start with me asking, "So what do you want to work on today?" She would start talking about what's bothering her right now, and we would spend the next hour trying to find a solution for it. And we did, but it didn't move her forward. In fact, we were both just waiting, hoping something would shift. It didn't, and she wasn't the only one. That was my fault, not because I didn't know enough, because I never defined what done looks like. Everything changed when I joined the consulting program myself, one with a specific promise: walk out with a complete group coaching program in 3 months. I did it in 2. And from that point, I made a decision. From now on, every client gets a destination and a deadline, not as a guarantee, as a commitment, one that holds both of us accountable. Double your income in 3 months, fill your calendar in 6 weeks. It doesn't have to be their biggest dream. It just has to feel like real progress in the right direction. A finish line they can actually see. Clients started showing up differently, more serious, more willing to pay. And at the end, when they hit the target, they didn't leave. They trusted me because they saw exactly what I delivered. Referrals started coming from everywhere: WhatsApp, email, word to mouth. Slowly, I became known as the person who solves that specific problem. Your offer does one thing: it answers a question your client is silently asking. If I give you my time and my money, what exactly will be different and when? Answer that clearly, the right clients will find you and they stay. You already know what you help people with. The question is, have you decided what done looks like? Now that we discussed the market and your offer, it's time to talk about you. And a question I hear from a lot of people who want to start or scale a consulting business is, am I ready? I launched my first consulting program the same week I finished learning the material I was about to teach. Not months later, not after years of practice, that week. Was I nervous? Heck yeah. Did I feel like a fraud? Absolutely. And here's what I learned. The imposter syndrome doesn't go away before you decide to start. Remember this, people aren't paying you for credentials. They're paying you for the distance between where they are and where you've already been. The closer the distance, the more relatable you are, the more they trust you actually understand their problem. Someone who crossed that bridge last year is often perceived more valuable to them than someone who crossed it 20 years ago and forgot what it felt like. So stop asking, am I ready? Start asking, are they waiting? Because they are. Now I want to leave you with something. You can do all three of these things right, find the right market, build a result-driven offer, start before you feel ready, and you can still hit a ceiling. But not because something is wrong with your consulting, because of the model itself. Because as long as you're selling your time, there's a hard limit to what you can earn. More clients means more hours, and at some point, there are no more hours. The model is the problem. How you break through that ceiling? That's a full conversation on its own, and it's exactly what the next video is about. The right market brings you clients who act. The right offer makes them choose you before they even met you, and starting before you feel ready is the only way to actually become ready. 3 things in that order, and everything else comes after. If you're struggling with any of this, book a call with me. You already have what it takes to start, the market is waiting, the offer is yours to build, and ready is a feeling that comes after, not before. I'm Ido Leatherman. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.